My name is Maria Slaughter, and I'm the linkage specialist for Safe on the Scene. And today, in honor of National Youth Awareness Day, we are going to interview someone who knows the ins and outs of HIV, Tracy Johnson.
Hello. It's glad to be here.
All right, Tracy. So tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got into working, in the HIV field.
Okay. Well, I'm currently 28 years old. I've been working in the HIV field since I got diagnosed with HIV August 15, 2005 at 1:52 p.m. to be exact. And I got diagnosed in Columbus, Ohio. I didn't have any symptoms of the HIV, but I was dating individuals whose family member worked at the health department and knew my story prior to. And he encouraged that I go get an HIV test.
Were you scared?
I was, no, I wasn't necessarily scared because prior to me finding out my HIV status, I lived a wild lifestyle. And what I mean by wild, I was homeless. I was prostitution, sleeping in the parks, eating out of trash can, and I was selling my body for food, shelter, and money. So I didn't talk about or use condoms, shall I say, because I didn't know about condoms. We didn't talk about condoms in my neighborhood.
Okay.
We didn't talk about condoms in my school, nor did we have an HIV conversation. So I didn't know anything about any STD at all.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. So now that you know your status and you're in care, what's some advice you would give to someone who's walked in the shoes that you've walked in?
If you're currently HIV positive or don't know your status, I say, first, if you don't know your status, get tested. That's the only way to protect yourself and those around you. Secondly, if you are HIV positive, continue to, if you're not on medication, get into care to take your medication because it can change your life for eternity. Because with me, I went off medication for almost 6 months. And thank God I did not become resistant to medication, but it was a time of when I was dealing with depression and suicidal.
Okay.
Because I didn't feel like I was worth living. Prior to me contracting HIV, I was raped for almost 6 or 7 years.
Okay.
And then I was also physical and mentally abused too. So I was able to conquer a lot of that.
Let me ask you this. When you were going through those occurrences, did you seek out counseling?
I did. However, it wasn't until moving to Cleveland almost 8 or 9 years ago where I found the right counseling that worked for me.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I want to suggest to people. If you do counseling, find what works for you.
Okay.
Because a lot of times we go to counseling and we don't find the right one or don't feel like it's helping. I say stay in counseling until you find the right one.
That's great advice. All right, my next question. So how can young adults raise their awareness of HIV?
Raise their awareness. One, I think, come to our work at Safe on the Scene. We have a program called D-Up. D-Up is set for Defend Yourself, Brothers Keeping Brothers Safe. And here you can learn more about what we dive into about HIV, myths and misconceptions, social norms, biases, preparation for biases, and I think that is an excellent way to raise your awareness and your friends' awareness because there you're now becoming a popular opinion leader. Well, opinion leader. I say popular because technically you're popular around your friends. You have something about you that your friends like, and that's why they're your group of, they're called your friends.
Okay. And tell us more, what does Safe on the Scene mean to you?
Safe on the Scene to me, it means exactly everything. And I don't say that because I work here. I say that because I see a lot of clients come in and out of these doors and how we have impacted their life from our D-Up program, whether just coming into the lounge, whether it's just being a listening ear. Safe on the Scene is exactly what the name means. It's a safe haven. It is a safe environment that we have created for our LGBT community. We're a lot different from other programs here. And pretty much you have to start with yourself. You have to start with your own safety in order to save somebody else. So once you bring awareness to yourself, once you know your status, and you can show, yes, I have been tested. Yes, I am HIV positive, but I'm also embracing it, because that's what, a lot of times individuals who are HIV positive, they're ashamed of it, so they don't embrace it. So they deal with denial because they're afraid of what their friends or family are going to say. Well, I'm 12 years positive, and honestly, my dynamics have changed from when I tested positive 12 years ago with my family and with my friends. They have now become my biggest support. So. Yeah.
Okay. And what's your role with Safe on the Scene?
My role here, I'm an HIV peer advocate. I got hired because of my influence in the community and because of a person who's HIV positive and who's not ashamed. I work with individuals living with HIV. I work very close with Maria, who you guys just saw. I work with her to linking them into care, maintaining care, and showing that they can live a healthy life with HIV. The key to that is taking that medication daily. So.
All right. So I know that you have a baby. So what's that like?
Yes, I did. I have a daughter who's 1.5 years, and then I have another child on the way.
Yay! Exciting! Exciting.
It really have changed my perspective on life. You know.
In what ways?
Everything I do for my child. And I've always been a person who looked out for others. So just in life, I do stuff for others. And I do what I do because I really care for the need of people and feel the pain of people. Because it's like I've been there, done that. So with having a child, when I look in her face every day, if you ever been at my desk, you will see pictures of her at my desk. It reminds me of why I keep pushing, even when I want to give up. Because there's still times that I'm like, I just want to quit.
Yeah.
But when I look into her eyes, and then when I look into other young people's eyes that come through the doors, I realize I still have a lot of work to do here.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. Is there anything else you would like to share with our viewers today?
I say, remember to get tested. Encourage people in your circle, because nobody took time to educate me. Nobody took time to invest into me until later. The damage was already done. The physical abuse was already done. The sexual was already done. So if you've been sexually abused, reach out to somebody. RTA is a safe haven. There's a sign, there's a yellow square on the sign. You can go to the bus driver and let the bus driver know, and they will get you to safety. Call 211 for help. If you're being abused at home, tell someone who you trust that can get you help. Especially come here to Safe on the Scene, because we can get you out of that situation. And I mean that. I'm not saying that because, oh, they're telling me to say that. No, I'm saying that because I live this. I don't want to see anyone walking and have to take a pill for the rest of their life. Because it is not easy to take a medication. Just speaking of medication, I had to do a whole life change with medication. I wasn't an individual who took medicine every day. When I was younger, I was on Ritalin, but coming off of that and going years before getting on medication again. So now I had to rechange my life and everything. Enjoy life, live life to the fullest. We're here open Monday through Thursday from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. Free HIV confidential testing. On Friday, we're open from 12 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Free confidential HIV testing. And there's several staff here. Because if you see someone that you probably don't click with, all of us are trained to do HIV testing. Not only that, but test it before you sex it. They may look good on that beat.
HIV doesn't have a face, right?
It does not have a face. It does not have a gender. I'm very open about who I am and what I have. And I embrace it. And I don't care what anyone has to say about that. Because at the end of the day, I realize they're not giving me strength. They don't pay my bill, and they don't go home with me. So when I leave at night and I turn that key, the world turns off. So what are you going to do to change your world? A lot of times we say things, but we don't take our words and put them to actions. So I challenge you, whoever watching this video, young or old, to take your words and match with your actions. because actions speak louder than words. And anyone that knows me know I'm an action person. I'm all about action. I'm all about making sure that you succeed. I'm all about, because that's a whole other topic too in succeeding. What I didn't talk about, I dropped out of school 3 months before graduation. 3 months. Because I was living on my own, I was kind of nearly with HIV, and I was working. So I chose to have a roof over my head in my education. But the joy about all of this is, that's how I landed in Cleveland. I went back. I decided to go back. I needed 7 credits. I graduated from Cleveland Job Corps with my high school diploma and medical assistant certification.
Yay!
And
That's awesome.
that is a big success there, because a lot of people don't get that opportunity to go back. And it's not as hard as people make it seem at all. So once again, I encourage you to stop by Safe on the Scene, which is our address is 3950 Chester Avenue, Cleveland, Ohio, 44114. And then on that, but if you like to hear, because this is not the full, this is just a little bit of the story. If you like to meet me personally to go dive more into the story, I can give you my desk number, which is 216-431-4131, extension 3346. I'm here Monday through Friday. This is really a safe place for you to just come back, kick back, meet the staff. We have wonderful activities here. Not only that, but I want you to save your life by getting the test and knowing your status. So coming this fall, you can come join me and the other staff in a workshop called My Status is Sexy. I don't think our slogan is knowing it's sexy, but knowing my status is even sexier.
Okay.
Because I can sit there and I can boast about, well, I got my test. How about you? I know what's going on with me. How about you? And that's one thing that I love about Safe on the Scene here. It's a place that there's non-judgmental here, from the staff to the clients that comes here. It's a place that I can leave all biases, I can leave all drama outside, and I can come here for a couple of hours. I can play the video game. I can just relax. You know, I can breathe a little, and I can be me, because sometimes in your environment where you live, you can't be you. Because there's a lot of people that judge you for you being a lesbian, bisexual, a transgender, gay, straight, whatever. There's always going to be so many different labels. But over here, when you come here, all the labels drop off, and you. So again, thank you for letting me share a part of me. Once again, test it before you sex. That's my biggest message. Because they look fine. God knows, man, they look fine, gorgeous. But we believe a lot of people, their words. Oh, I'm on PrEP, so we ain't got to use condoms. No, dear. Just because you're on PrEP does not mean we don't have to use condoms, because PrEP only protects you from HIV. It does not protect you from other STDs. And we're not even talking about the syphilis or gonorrhea rate.
Right.
That's a whole other conversation in itself that we can go forth on. So, but to throw it out there, last year in 2016, the syphilis rate was tripled from 2015, almost 300 cases, over 300 cases, and that was by December of 2016.
I hear it's pretty high now, too.
Yes. So, and we can do another video chat later on down the road to talk more details about syphilis and gonorrhea and chlamydia, because these are things that you need to know, especially as an African American. As an African American, you're more at high risk because we tend not to go to the doctor. African American men tend not to go to the doctor. Once you age out of your parents' house, you no longer go to the doctor.
Let me ask you this: why do you think African American men don't want to go to the doctor?
Because it's not something that we have to get a lot of stuff. Well, I can't speak for everybody.
Right.
And I can probably say if I wasn't HIV positive, I probably wouldn't be going to the doctor either. Because it's something that's not routine. It's something that was not taught to me because I'm a man.
Right.
As a kid, I had to go get my regular checkup. But as a woman, there was things taught to you that guys have to get mammograms and pap smears. But as a man, they don't say nothing but till we turn 40, well, we have to go for our prostate.
Yeah.
And I think, in my personal opinion, that's the reason why.
Okay.
So Another plug there. If you do not have a doctor, if you do not have insurance, please come and see us because we can connect you with our sister company, Care Alliance, to get you into care, to get you insurance, to help you, then to get the whole 9 yards. Stop here. And one note before I leave. We also just launched our food pantry here. So if you know you're in transition, and you can stop and see us and get a couple of household items. Once again, I'm Tracy Johnson, and it was an honor and a pleasure to share a piece of me with you.
Thank you so much, Tracy.
Yes.